Hey, what's good? What's good? It's Coach Rashid, and I am here to provide you with some amazing information about an amazing program. And there is something that's special about this one. It hasn't even launched the program that everyone is anxiously awaiting. We are so early pre-launch. We're in stage two, and we have about four more stages to go. But just like the last particular NFTs that went out. They actually kicked off that particular plan before they sold out all of the NFTs because they had everything in place and ready to go. Well, guess what? You and I are in place right now, ready before the next one is launched. So you don't want to miss this. I'm going to take you all the way back to the beginning, and then we're going to bring you forward to make sure you get caught up on the latest information. Let's talk about MaVie, but let's take it back to what MaVie really is driven by, right? MaVie is just not MaVie. MaVie has an actual partnership that is very strong. So I'm going to talk about Ultron Foundation, which is the blockchain and is considered the fastest growing layer one blockchain in the world. They consider themselves the fastest blockchain. So let's check it out. Ultron Foundation. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Ultron says they have the fastest growing layer one blockchain in the world. All right. Well, hey, you know what? Who am I to say anything different? If you chose to read the risk assessment, not investment or financial advice, well, there you go. And they put that in fine print for you as well. Current market collapsing. You know what? This right here is something that I think a lot of people don't realize, but this has been mentioned in so many different ways from the banking side, financial sector, the stocks, the financial markets. I mean, crypto is just one piece of the puzzle, but in your normal banking, arena, people know this is happening. You know what? I was reading some articles about the agency that helps to create financial policy and run that through the central bank and all the way down through the regional banks and to the local banks. And they are adamant about digital currency, right? The CBDCs is something that they are really trying their best to figure out how to implement that. One of the things that we know that's on the table is FedNow. FedNow is a federal program that is collaborating with banks across the globe, really across the US, but they're trying to affect everybody around the world. You know how that goes. And they are trying to set up it in a way to make people feel good about creating this system that you can make utility payments through one system, and then expand that out to other types of systems. But they're saying that this is their avenue into the digital currency. This is not cryptocurrency. This is digital currency. One of the things that we know, and a lot of people may not fully grasp, is digital currency, yes, can be used because we already use it through the wiring system, Instagram, Western Union, stuff like that, as well as, Facebook, Cash App, all that's digital currency, right? And credit cards has always been digital currency. You don't actually send the money. It's all digital. It's automated. So we've always had digital currency, but when the government decides that they want to use that instead of instead of physical currency, then they're really trying to put controls around things that they normally don't have that much control over. They don't know what you have in your pocket per se, but what they do know is what you have digitally because they can monitor and control that. So you definitely want to be careful about, how you feel about FedNow type setups because that could cause us a lot of problems in the future. So banks are currently collapsing. Money is losing value, and 100% of the population is affected by having zero control over financial system. Zero control, by the way. But blockchain is absolutely the solution. I've been on calls with some really, really, really smart people in the financial sector, some people that retired working on Wall Street and working with the large banking system. And they were in the business of, valuations of companies and how that process works and helping venture capitalists and really helping taking companies public. So understanding money, understanding value, understanding, that financial landscape. And so when they got involved with blockchain, they were like, oh my gosh, this is what people need to really fully take advantage of technology and their money, right? And there's a difference between money and currency, but we're not here to talk about that. But you definitely want to take control, and blockchain gives you that control. You own your assets, right? With every new user, assets are gaining value, not losing value. And guess what? Prime time. Only 4% of the globe is part of the blockchain. It's part of decentralized finance, and you own your assets. How cool is that? This is what Ultron is doing for the industry. The problem is slow adoption. You know why? Because people don't understand it, and most people don't take the time to even try to understand it. So that's why Team Achieve, right, with the partnership with Next Era Learning LLC, uh, as one of the companies that I founded, is an edutech or it's a online education platform that I actually do personal development training as well as crypto one-on-one, right? And then we have additional sessions throughout the year. But that's why I want to make sure people have access to simple to understand knowledge about blockchain and, kind of the effect that it has if you actually adopt it, and why the problem is slow adoption. We want to understand this, right? And so I'm trying to help that situation where most people can get that education. So this is where, 2024 is going to be amazing because of what we are delivering. But for the last 13 years, people have been talking about crypto. When they started, Bitcoin was like the original crypto in 2009. And then we know that there was a crash in 2008, 2009 timeframe. And then again, the pandemic comes along in 2020 and 2021 and really lingering on to this day. But all of these things really affected us. But as we were affected by the economy, the financial landscape, the cryptocurrency was growing. And so when I first got into cryptocurrency back in 2015 timeframe, there was probably 2,000 tokens or 2,000 coins or cryptocurrencies that were presented on the exchange. Now there's over 8,000 or more, by the way. So, but only 4% of the global population uses the blockchain. Now, people may know about it, only 4% use it. So what if 5%? Well, if we were the 1%, right? That our generation or in our time was that 1% that got us to 5%. Then we continue to take our knowledge and educate the other 80+% that want to know about it. Anybody that uses money to transact needs to know about blockchain. That's a pretty big market. Ultron is changing the game. They want to take it from that 4% to global mass adoption. I would say global, but maybe interstellar mass adoption. Like, let's take it all the way out to Mars or Venus, wherever you want to take it, because eventually we're going to be on the moon, we're going to be on Mars, we're going to be out in the universe. So we might as well keep growing the knowledge. So we want to make sure that it's easy to use. And the technology that you're going to hear about today, you're going to see that MaVie has created an opportunity to where you have multiple decentralized applications that are coming on board on the Ultron blockchain, and MaVie is the driving force to market those out to the masses. So how do we get from Ultron to the global mass adoption? MaVie is that connector in the middle, and I'm going to talk about MaVie as soon as we finish talking about what Ultron is bringing to the table. So Ultron has a foundation. They got over 40 senior developers. They've previously, some of them worked on Polygon, Solana, Polkadot, Hyperledger. Hyperledger is pretty cool. Binance Smart Chain, Phantom. So a lot of knowledge there, a lot of achievements as well, which, you can definitely check that out if you like. But they have so many achievements, top 20 blockchain, tracked on and integrated with, Coinbase and all these exchanges. Masari is a very, very knowledgeable. If you want to know about like institutional and financials, Masari is very, very good about that. Chain List is very good. Obviously, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, CoinGecko, Crypto.com. And then you got exchanges like the Ultron Swap, Uniswap, PancakeSwap. All these are decentralized exchanges, by the way. So they're not playing, they're serious about what they're doing. So this should give you just a little insight about if we're going to be on the marketing side of Ultron's blockchain, what does Ultron bring to the table? And that's what we're delivering to you is Ultron has this powerful ecosystem. And as you can tell, they got the ULX scan, which is like a blockchain explorer, right? So you can track everything. You have the Ballers Football Metaverse Reshape, which is a social data platform, kind of like social media, like it's like a WhatsApp, with IG and Facebook all into one. Launchpad for crowdfunding, right? Ultra Swap for decentralized exchange. You got the NFTs from the art and tattoo celebrity collection. You got Lotta Day. You got RNBW, NFT marketplace. All of this, but the one that really, really takes you to that next level of excitement is FlipMe, the payment system that we're going to really dive into. And what got me to go ahead and talk about and become part of this particular organization is the FlipMe payment system. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But what's already been done? Staking Hub, NFT introduction. The Staking Hub, man, I got it. I can't wait to throw that out there for you because that right there, next level, right? The Staking Hub and the system that they have in place, phenomenal. So the Ultron blockchain created their Ultron tokens. And those Ultron tokens are being staked with the Ultron staking hubs or NFTs, right? NFTs, hubs, nodes, all that's the same. It's such a smart contract. So that right there has its own system in itself, and we're gonna talk about that because that's a critical piece of the puzzle for our wealth building strategy in 2024. You have the main net, right? You got the ULX scan. You have the Ultron swap, cross-chain bridges. That's necessary. So how do you get from Polygon to BSC? How do you get from Avalanche to Phantom? How do you get from Ethereum to BSC? You got to have a bridge between them, right? And that's how you cross-chain travel, if you will. World's biggest blockchain conference, and then the tattoo NFTs as well. So these are just some of the things that they've already launched, and they got so much more coming. So let's talk about this roadmap. This thing is phenomenal. Here's something that you don't see every day. How do you become the largest and the most potent and well-known blockchain or blockchain-based organization? How do you do that? With numbers. A lot of times when people launch products, they said, okay, this is what we think will happen. So let's launch it and let's market it and let's hope this happens. That doesn't always work out. But guess what Ultron is doing? They say, hey, MaVie, we need you to help us build our list, right? This is a simple way of looking at it. Build our list. Before blockchain, before Ultron, before all of this, people were building lists. You needed a funnel, you built a list, right? You have your opt-in, you get names, you get addresses, you get phone numbers, you get emails, you get whatever you want, but you're building that list so that you can take the future products and you can upsell them to that list. You know why? Because you may start at 100,000 people. If I got 100,000 members, right? Unique wallets, okay, members, and then because every member will create an account and they have a wallet attached to that, right? Under the ULX or under the Ultron system. So the credit card online purchases. So they said, when we get 100,000 people in the system, 100,000 wallets, we will launch this particular product or this app. Point of sale, right? The consensus mechanism that they wanted to use, or point of staking. I'm sorry. That's so funny. I'm using the POS. That's the wrong POS. Proof of stake. We're in the blockchain here, Rashid. Proof of stake. So they said we're going to launch our staking mechanism. When we get to 200,000, then we'll launch the tattoo art NFTs, right? I mean, this is strategic, the way they're laying these out. Most people say, why are you putting the art NFTs up there so early in the game? Well, there's a reason for that. Validate a program. After we get 250,000 in, we're going to go ahead and launch that. Lot of day. Think about that for a second. Stage 1, right? There's 5 stages, I believe, 5 or 6 stages. They launched stage 1 at 300,000 members. Guess what came next? FlipMe card. You're like, what? Yeah. So here's what happens. The Lotta Day is not in stage 1 anymore. It's in stage 5. They got a stage 6, I believe. They already launched Lotta Day because they already met what they were trying to meet. FlipMe card says, look, we'll do the pre-sale at 300,000, but we're not launching until we get to 400,000. You see what I'm saying? So they built the base. I'm gonna tell you, this is genius. They built the base first, then they put on top of that the product. You know what? They don't have to force a team of people, a small number of people. Hey, look, we need you to market my product. Think about network marketing. This is not network marketing, but let's go back. I'm gonna give you a comparison. Traditionally, in network marketing, right? You have products. So somebody has a genius idea to come up with a better, hair product. And they're like, oh my gosh, I got to get this out to the people. How do I do it? Hey, you want to direct sell this? Yep. Okay. We'll drop ship it. We'll, pick it up. We'll put some in our garage, whatever. Anyway, you start to bring people into your house and you sit down and you talk about it and you show and do demonstrations. 10 people sign up today. You're like, hey, I got a sales force. Let's go out there and just do some more. Tomorrow you bring 2 people, and a week later, and all of a sudden you got 100 people selling your product. And you're like, all right, we're good. Then you get 1,000 people selling your product. After a year, you got about 20,000, and you like, this is amazing. Guess what? What if you said, this is our roadmap? These are the products that we're bringing online, but before we bring them online, we want to make sure that we have a captive audience. So I'm going to incentivize this group to produce at this level, and I'm not going to release my next product until you can sell the idea of a new product coming. So everybody wants to be first. They have really done a great job at this because they talked about Lotto Day. They did pre-sale for the last, 5 or 6 months, and now they launched it. But guess what? They probably started the concept at 150,000 people and then launched it at 300,000 people. People already knew about it. How did they get to 300,000 if they didn't even have it? Because it was in pre-sale. So just like a venture capitalist, just like an angel investor, just like a startup, they went out and got capital based on the concept, based on the idea that they're going to launch a Lotta Day in stage 1. So now people know about it, they hear about it, and they want to be part of it. So now you got 300,000 people signed up before the product even comes out because they heard about it. Now they're in, and now you say, wow, now we have a whole army of people that's going to purchase this on day 1. So when somebody sees that, they're like, oh my gosh, you guys have definitely got it together, right? So you don't go out there and spend a lot of money. You go out there and bring people in so they can leverage their money on your product. These guys are smart. Anyway, the FlipMe comes out when there's 400,000. So they're saying Lotto Day comes first. Why? Because all the people that make money and spend money on lottery tickets, they're going to now have enough money to go ahead and purchase the FlipMe payment system. That is your crypto bank right there. So those two are probably going to be the most profitable in the whole ecosystem. And as you can see, there's Reshape, there's developer incentive program. I'm talking, this is 500,000, 600,000. These are numbers of people, or unique wallets, which is number of people in the program. And as you can see, this thing is just going to grow and grow and grow. From the ballers, the Reshape, 900,000, they're going to do stage 2. Lending and borrowing, that's going to be massive, right? And then you got the Lotto Day stage 2 is going to come out. And then you have the Reshape stage 4. And they want to have 50 million wallets, which is basically 50 million people. And they want to take it all the way up to reshape the social media industry, what they call the Reshape social media platform, with 100 million unique wallets or people members in this particular ecosystem. Man, that's powerful. That's ambitious, by the way. You got the Ultron swap. Like I said, we're not here for all of that. You got the Ultron or the ULX, which ULX is a token, but this is the ULX scan. So it's a blockchain explorer. So you can track everything there. This is about the tattoo art NFTs. So that's launched already. So you can check that out if you like. They have the Lotto Day, which is the world's biggest crypto lottery. And I mean, everybody knows that there's no secret. Lottery is probably the most profitable gaming, industry ever. And so people like to gamble their money away or make some money. That's why the online hypes are so popular, because people like gambling. Well, Lotto Day is one of those as well. You can play amazing games. You can win amazing prizes. This is all about the lottery, by the way. So there may be games that they've instituted, but they're really making their money off of the lottery, and they have partnered with programs around the world where they get a percentage. MaVie, Ultron, they get a percentage of the lottery sales and the benefits in the transactions, and that comes to the people that have invested in the NFTs from the MaVie or Ultron program. So that is one way that you make money with this organization that just launched like a couple of days ago. So it's pretty cool. FlipMe is what attracted me to the program. And they say they're going to launch this when they hit 400,000 users. I'm telling you, that is so phenomenal how they're doing this. And so you got the crypto and fiat payment system and what we call the crypto banking system, I guess, because they have a bank, legit, like international licensed bank, that is supporting the crypto, the debit card, the crypto banking system. You can have account numbers. You can use all types of things that you normally would use with your regular bank, but now you're doing it with the crypto, and you get the support of an actual licensed bank. So flip your finances in your favor. Earn cashback rewards, send and receive crypto, buy and sell coins, make payments and withdrawals. So you can do your utility payments here. You can do your mortgage payment here. You can do wire transfers. You can do it all right here. And there is a learn and earn. So you can actually have rebates coming in, and you can have a referral program on top of that. Like I said, there's Reshape. There's so much with this program. Reshape. Most people don't even talk about the program. People want to come on and tell you, hey, you can make this kind of money. Hey, you know what? If you sign up right now, you put 1,500 in, you're going to make your money. On what? Did somebody tell you what you're going to make your money on? Probably not. So if you join today and you do start with one of the hubs, then you're going to make money. But guess what? Later on, you're going to see Reshape, the social data platform, and say, oh my God, I've been expecting that, right? So I want to introduce you to why you would get in today so that you can take advantage of and be in first for tomorrow. You don't want to just come in and, try to figure out how to make money. No, I'm going to tell you that right now. RMBW, right? This is this is like a marketplace, and it gives you so many different NFTs, unique NFTs. So if you're into NFTs, this might be the place for you. Buy and trade rare pieces. You can mint collectibles. You can track fans. You can grow your influence. You can do a lot of great stuff with that. Then you have the football metaverse. Yes, that is not American football, by the way. But that is, the soccer. But hey, somebody calls it football. Probably in the metaverse, it's called football as well. So that's something else that is coming. Another gaming. They're really about the gaming, because gaming is the way forward, by the way. One of my biggest tokens that I invested in back in the day, which is called Engine, that particular token is just skyrocketed. So it's phenomenal. And Decentraland as well. So gaming is always big. Lending and borrowing is always big, by the way. And so the liquidity market protocol right here gives you an opportunity to lend, borrow, and grow your assets. You can earn on the interest, you can borrow assets, and you can lend assets, and you're going to earn either way, right? And normally you'll earn between 1% and 2% on these transactions. So pretty cool. You definitely want to keep your eye open for that one. That one comes when we got about 1 million users, which is going to make it very profitable, by the way. Launchpad crowdfunding platform. So if you see some projects that you want to, participate in or, fund, then you can do that and you get a return as well. So there's something internal that they're doing. So they're basically giving you an example of, PayPal, Revolt, N26. These are actual traditional Web 2, right, applications that we use every day. Cash App, these type of things. Well, FlipMe is going to take the place of that, right? $3.5 billion industry. You have like I said, this is all about the gaming really is about lottery. So if you're into lottery, some people are, there's a lot of people out there that do get into that. Then you have Lotteday that's taking the place of that. You have the eToro, MetaTrader 4, and MetaTrader 5 and similar. Then you have your Ultron swap that's going to take the place of that. Obviously, Ballers, which is a social media platform, is going to take the place of Meta or Facebook. You have your banks, which is lending and borrowing. It's a $20 trillion industry. So you definitely want to get a part of that lending and borrowing app. You got Kickstarter, GoFundMe, that's your launch pad for startups, TikTok, Instagrams, and that's your Reshape. So different levels of social media. But you definitely want to keep your eye on the ball. You don't want to be outside. You want to be inside the program when those launch. But we're just introducing you to the key aspects of the Ultron ecosystem. So I just wanted to give you that background. And now let's talk about these staking hubs. So this right here is the Ultron ULX staking hub. So these are not the what you call those, like the art, right? A lot of people see the art, they see the unique and collectibles and kind of like, baseball cards. That's all I call it. These are literally smart contracts, right? And the visual graphic of a smart contract or a hub or a node is this NFT. So you're just looking at a smart contract, but it just looks more appealing when it has a nice graphic to it, right? It does, certain things for your money. So the staking hubs that Ultron is producing is that you're able to stake your particular NFT for a specified amount of time. They do recommend you can choose 100 all the way up to 30,000, and you can stake any of those for a 5-year staking plan. Now, you can unlock it at any time, or there's a certain period of time that you get to unlock it. But if you actually keep it locked up for 5 years, this is a very long-term plan now, but the benefits are going to be enormous. Okay, and I'll show you a little bit about that in a minute. 5-year staking plan. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is just my personal opinion, and this is based upon my personal experience. This is not financial advice or investment advice, and there's no forecasting of any benefit to you, me, or anybody else. So 0.2% daily reward. So like I said, low and slow. 311% is basically the total staking return in the 5-year period. All right, but there's auto staking on. So that means that it's kind of like a compounding and a halving. So it's kind of a weird thing, but it's okay because the compounding is one thing that adds to and really multiplies your holdings. Then you have the halving process, but in the blockchain world, halving basically helps to increase the price. So even if I have half the amount that I started with, the price should be double or more. And that's where the compound. Solidity, financial audit. So obviously, they're making sure everything is above board. Now, the compounding benefits is if you leave it in there for 1 year and you say, you know what, I kind of want my monies, then you can take out, and you might get 36%. If you want to take some money out, you can take it out and get 63% at 3 years. If you leave it in there for 5 years and you've taken money out a couple of times, you may only get a 70% return. But that basically says, I don't have auto, staking on. I'm not getting that additional because I want maybe to take some out every now and then. Well, unfortunately, you're only going to get about 70% over a 5-year period. You leave it auto staking on and you let it grow, then you hit that 311%. So one of the things that I thought in my mind was that's about the financial or the money. How much money am I going to get back? No. You're looking at it wrong. How many tokens are you going to get back? Now the numbers start to play games with you. Now your mind starts to say, oh my gosh, because if I'm getting 311% more tokens over that time period, that's a big difference from 311% of whatever value. If I put in $10 and I get 311%, it's like, okay, that's not a lot, but that's okay, right? I mean, I'm doing pretty good. If I put in $100 and I get 10,000 back, you're like, woo, that's amazing. But what if I put in 100 coins and got 10,000 coins back? Now all of a sudden, that's a game changer, because each token might be worth 15 cents a day. But if I get a token that increases by 300%, it goes up, but it doesn't really give me a big return. But if I get 300% more tokens and that price goes up, now it's looking really, really good. And so I had to understand the tokens, so the amount of tokens that I increase and I get based on the value. So the value is 15 cents a day. Over 5 years, it could be at $100 per day. So I think you'll start to understand the value when start out at about 15 cents, 60 cents, or whatever that may be. But it could easily get to $100 to $1,000. Why? Because that's what they're shooting for. Let me tell you what their idea is. If you're thinking long term, then Ethereum started at 0, then it went up to about $1,000 over time, right? I mean, I'm sorry, not $1,000. This is applications. So Ethereum didn't have applications in about, a year, 2 years, 5 years. Anyway, it went up to 2,000 applications, all the way up to 4,000 applications. So MaVie and Ultron is saying, look, all we need is 1,000 applications. Okay. So Ethereum got all the way up to 4,000. We're saying, wait a minute. So, and think about that. This is why. We'll tell you why. So Ultron says, look, we got 100 million users. We got 1,000 decentralized applications. Ethereum had 4,000 in 5 years. We got 1,000, just 1,000 applications, and we're going to grow this thing, right? We are here. We're the 1%, and we have all this left to do in the next 5 years. Well, here's what you'll see, right? On exchange, you get no rewards. You just get what you get. But if you stake it, because of being part of this program, become a member with the MaVie program, MaVie Global, then you're going to be able to stake your ULX tokens by purchasing your hub, $30,000, $100, whatever it may be. And so that's going to grow over time. And while that's growing, oh my gosh, this thing is going to be out of control. So right now, we know that Ethereum has about, like I said, over 4,000 applications, and they're at about what, $2,000 to $4,000, right? So let me just check real quick. Ethereum is at how much is Ethereum worth right now? So I just want to give you an accurate number. So Ethereum, okay, Ethereum. So Ethereum is at 2,000, so 2,302. So let's put it into perspective. So Ultron says we're compared to Ethereum. We got smart contracts, we got NFTs, hubs, and nodes, right? Smart contracts, and we're building these applications on these smart contracts just like Ethereum, and we're moving along over a 5-year period like Ethereum. And Ethereum started out low, and over 5 years they got to over $2,000 per token. So if you start out at 15 cents per token and you increase that by 311%, the number of tokens, right? Let's say you have a $20,000 or what is it, $12,000 NFT, and you get, I don't know, 10,000 tokens. You get that 300% increase. Now you have 30,000, or 300,000 tokens. But now the price, Ethereum is 2,300. What if the price of the Ultron token is only 1/3 of that? Only 1/3. And that gives you what? 500, 700, right? $700 per token. And you started out with 10,000, but it increased to, 30,000, 40,000, whatever numbers it, 30,000 tokens times $700 per token. So that's the concept. That's the idea that you can really, really understand the magnitude of this program, right? So this just gives you some insight to one piece of the puzzle. So with that being said, I want to just talk a little bit about that, right? I know that I've been doing this for a little bit, and hopefully you got some value out of that. So that's just one piece of the puzzle. That gives you like this really big picture of what Ultron has brought to the table. But you're probably saying, well, I see that's Ultron, but what does MaVie have to do with this? And who is MaVie, right? Okay, good point. So instead of going directly to MaVie, I'm going to go over to the hottest app that's coming out right now that got me excited. That would be the FlipMe application. So FlipMe is part of the payment hub, right? The payment NFTs that they're going to launch. We talked about that earlier. Now I want to talk about it again, but I'm not going to stay as long, but I'm going to move on through this pretty fast. I've given you the big picture, but there is a payment side to this that's pretty amazing, right? But the FlipMe is the actual product that I believe is going to revolutionize everything. There's another one that my Neo group, or Neo Zentech, right, formerly known as Zenique, they're bringing out an actual crypto banking system as well, with obviously debit cards and the same setup as this. That's going to be amazing. You'll hear about that pretty soon. I might do that on the next video. But this one is launching probably in the next quarter. And so we got to keep an eye on that. But this has been something that is supposed to really, really, be revolutionary. And they give you an opportunity to demo the app as well. So you can go to Google Play, you can download the FlipMe app and do the demo and see how it works for you. So I thought that was pretty cool, just the fact that they're doing that. So really, really cool things that they're doing. But I definitely want to take you over here to look at the actual FlipMe program, so you can get a better idea of what we're talking about and why I'm so excited about FlipMe. All right, let's go. So the FlipMe program here is bringing banking and crypto to everybody, just like I talked about on the slides that we looked at from Ultron being really the base of the program to really support. Then MaVie comes in and they bring these apps to the blockchain. And so with this particular organization, we know that the FlipMe, these are all of the things that, I kind of hit on earlier, but it's just, it's phenomenal what this particular app is going to do for the crypto and really fiat system, kind of working together. Everybody wants to see something that works, together, so that we can utilize our fiat and we use our crypto and we can just make things happen from there going forward. We know there's some virtual and physical cards. That black card is pretty cool. We got the one that literally is the symbol for FlipMe and everything in between. So you can take advantage of that. So they just give you the statistics. So the revenue share example. So this right here is one of the most potent things that we want to make sure that you understand is in this program, when you purchase in the pre-sale, right? There's stage 2 right now. In stage 1, there's a 10% revenue share and there's a 10% revenue share 2. So there's 10% revenue shares. So you're getting 100% of 20% when you come in stage 1. Most of us got in stage 1 because, well, we were actually listening to the presentations that, Coach Rashid was talking about. And so here we are. So how do you get paid? Well, when they actually start and the transactions actually happen, that's how we are going to get paid on a daily basis. So the first thing you want to do is figure out which payment hub you want, right? And so based on your budget, based on your goals, I would say, your financial goals, then you have to decide, where do I come in? So I can purchase a $100, payment hub or NFT, or I can purchase a 30,000 NFT or anything in between, right? Most people are 1,500 or 5,000. Those are most popular based on budget. Now, 12, 5, 30,000 will get you a 7 or 8x multiplier. So how would you like to make 7 times the money that you put in over a course of, anywhere from 30 days to 200 days? Pretty cool, huh? Because now you're going to get paid every single day based upon whichever NFT you decide works for you. So what does those numbers look like? So if I came in here and I said, I want to purchase this $300, 300 USDT, right? NFT, they're going to give you a 3X multiplier. So you go in with $300 and you're going to earn until you make $900. And when you make that $900, you get an option to purchase another one or purchase another one that's available. So you may say, man, that was great. I want to purchase the 500 USDT. If it's available, you get to purchase that, right? And it's a 4X multiplier. So when you get to $2,000 off of your 500, you get to 2,000, then you can choose to buy another one, or you can say, thank you, appreciate it, like my money, I'm out. Totally up to you, right? I don't know who would give away money like that, but some people might do that. So you're looking at 4X, but a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, I can 6X my money? Like what? So the 5,000, right? This is how powerful this is. People will be purchasing, people will be, paying subscription fees or whatever. Those fees are what's driving this amount. So you're going to earn every single day until you get to the 30,000. So let me ask you a question. If you put in 5,000 and you're getting a 6X multiplier, okay? So every day you're earning until you get to 30,000. Within the first 30 to 40 days, you could easily have your 5,000 back, and then you will continue to earn about 150 a month. I mean, $150 a day, right? Almost 4,500, maybe 5,000 a month, every single month on autopilot. That's the potential that you see here. 12.5, right? USDT. That 12,500 gets you a return of 87.5. So you got a 7X multiplier here. That's outstanding. There's so many people that don't even come close to making that kind of money, even in the crypto space, online or offline. And you have the $30,000 USDT or 30,000 USDT gives you an 8X multiplier, which is 240,000 return. How powerful can that? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But guess what? There's always some specials going on. And so you get these rare NFTs. One, you get a 9X multiplier, and two, you get a 10X multiplier. Now, if you got a cool 100,000 laying around and you want to get this Paradise Island, you can go ahead and do that. And you're going to keep earning until you get to $1 million USDT. That's pretty powerful right there. So here's where we are now. Stage 2 is live, 80%. Now, instead of getting 100% RSP, now we're getting 80% RSP because we're in stage 2. Okay. And as you can see, there's a stage 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I remember that now. Now, here's what it looks like. Stage 1, 2, and 3, you're going to get that full 20%. The difference is how much are you going to actually make? You're getting 80% of the 20% in stage 2. So you purchase yours now before the end of stage 2, you're going to get 80% of the 20% when they start paying. Now, if you get into stage 3, yes, you're still able to purchase whatever's available, 7.5 million worth, and you're going to get 7% of the 20%. But that's where the 20% stops, okay? Now, when you go into stage 4, let's say you haven't purchased yet, and you get to stage 4, and now they've launched the NFTs. Now people are making money, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get in there and get mine. Okay, you're only making 50% of 10%. So if you wait too long, you're going to make 50% of 10%. You wait a little longer, you're going to make 30% of 10%. And you can get to stage 5 and you're stage 6, you're making 10% of 10%. So that's up to you, right? You can see the numbers here, 10%, 10%, 10%, 20%, 20%, 20%. So that's why people get in early in the pre-sale so they can maximize the returns. And you can always come to, the flip-me.com. You can look at the calculator and you can just run some numbers and see what works for you, right? I mean, I don't personally, recommend this too much because you may put in numbers that's just not realistic. You know how that goes. Everybody wants to say, oh, I'm going to make, $1,000 a day. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. It's not always going to be the case. So realistically, somebody comes in and says, you know what? I want to do the 12.5, right? Which is right there in the middle. Really a good number. It's going to get you massive returns. And you come here and you say, okay, let's say, what's this, crypto fiat exchange? So there may be 200,000 people using the exchange. And this is out of 400,000, by the way. Monthly subscriptions. How many people you think going to have a monthly subscription? If there's 400,000 people in a program that uses crypto to get in and crypto to pay for things and get out, I think everybody's going to do that, right? But we're not going to go with that. There's going to be some people that don't do it. So let's go with about 350. Is that all right? So 350,000 actually paying a monthly subscription. Okay, got it. Now let's come over here and say point of sale, online transactions. Okay, about half. Card purchases. Let's say a few people will do some card purchases. Not everybody, but I mean, you're in the crypto space, you might as well use it, right? So let's just say out of a million purchases, let's say 125,000, right? Let's just say this happens every month, just on a monthly basis. All right, or a daily basis. I think they said daily. This is kind of what goes on. So these are the revenue streams. This is how people are going to get paid, right? And, oops, sorry about that. Okay, so let's go here and let's scroll down. So right here it says max payout is 87,500. So if you put in 12,500, you're going to get 80% on those revenue share points. Okay, 80% of 20%. That comes out to be 87,500 over the life of the NFT. The first 31 days, you get your capital back. So you put in 12,500 in 31 days based upon this model, right? $400 a day, you're going to earn, and that will take you to 12.5 in that first 31 days. So now you got your capital back, and everything else is $400 a day for 211 days. $414 a day for 211 days. So you're looking at, what's that, 37 months? 7 months, you make 87,500. That is the potential that you see right here, right now. It's just time to get in the game, period. All right. So we're going to go over here and we're going to look at this momentum plan. So I want to show you this real quick. Some people really think this is an amazing plan. Guess what? I do too. And MaVie has really, really stepped it up and given us something to work with, whereas we can definitely help a lot of people really earn a great income off of something that everybody needs. That's why the FlipMe is so exciting to me, is because of that. I've been doing this, like I said, I've been in this game for a couple of months now and talking to people, making sure that, you know, my community first understands the power of the program. But at the same time, you know, we definitely put out there on YouTube so everybody can benefit from it. All right. So I want you to benefit from it as well. This momentum plan is very exciting. I don't talk about the compensation plans in these programs that much, because my goal is to provide you with a great product, right? It's going to make you money, but you just want to make sure that it's a quality product. It's something that you can use, something that's needed, something that the community can use. And so I really like to give you that product. And that's why I gave you the time to take a look at the whole program. Now, if you so desire, if you choose, then you can go ahead and start building your organization and you can earn from that, and the company will definitely take care of you. All right. So you're building your digital business. You're going to earn up to 50% commissions. That's what the company is paying you. And it's USDT. So you got USDT BAP20 or TRC20. And you do have some fast start bonuses, matching bonuses, team rank rewards, all that great stuff. So we talked about the staking hubs. These are the staking hubs where you can stake the ULX token. And that ULX token is, you know, whatever the value here, it's 5,000 USDT worth of ULX tokens. And the bonus is when you sell one of these, you're going to earn a commission, right? 7% right up front. Then 30% of that goes into a bonus wallet for staking. So even if you don't do that, you will always have some that is available to you. So they're helping you to grow your ULX tokens, and it helps the company, obviously, to bring more value to the tokens as well. So that's the first thing. You have the lottery, the gaming hub. So we talked about the gaming hubs. We know that lottery is, you know, people go crazy over that because everybody wants to magically earn $1 million. And so the lottery says, hey, look, you may get lucky if you put some money in and get some money out. Well, in this situation, you're participating in one of the most profitable industries in the world, and you have an opportunity to purchase one of these particular tokens, hubs, and NFTs, and you can earn a return on that. Okay. Then you have the FlipMe payment hubs, which I just kind of went over that real good with you. But you do have an opportunity here as well to utilize a FlipMe payment system, which helps you to own and off ramp your crypto. You can store it, you can sell it, you can exchange it, you can earn with it, you get rebates if you need to. Everything you need to do, you can do with that FlipMe payment hub. So it's a useful product, and you can earn from that as well. And so if you go in and you purchase a 5,000 USDT NFT, then that's going to pay you a dividend, whereas you can 6x your money over the course of 6 to 7 months. So it's really cool. Get paid every day. So something that you definitely want to consider. So first thing you need is get started, right? You can become a customer, and you can become a partner where you're actually earning from your team. You got bonuses. You basically pay a 49 USDT annual fee, so they'll take care of the back office for you, keep track of everything. You get a direct bonus of 7% for anybody that purchases any of the products that we talked about. You have the fast start bonus, so you're going to get 50% back, of your hub value. So if you purchase a 30,000 USDT hub, and then you basically sponsor 5 people direct in your organization within the first 30 days of something of same value or higher, then guess what? You're going to get 50% back. So you could literally be paying 15,000 and getting the benefit of 7% of those that purchase a 30,000 USDT hub. Pretty awesome bonus right there. Team bonus, so you're going to get 10% on a weaker leg. So you know me, I'm just not big on binaries. I don't really like matrices. I don't like any of those things. But what I do like is the program. I love the fact that they have the FlipMe. I love the fact that they have the staking, and I love the fact that they have the blockchain-based company and the marketing and the products separate. So if one goes down, the other ones they can survive, right? So that's what I like about the program. Now, how they run the comp plan. Hey, look, if you want to be part of this, you can benefit from it. You can help me. I can help you, and we can all work together. It's fine by me. But if not, I'm going to be okay. Now, this right here is the rank and rewards. A lot of great programs out there that have some phenomenal rank rewards. This one is no different. I'm not going to go through all of this because most people aren't here, to try to build big networks. But if you are here because you have the ability to build big networks, or you want to do that, then definitely take a look at this, go through each one, see what the qualifiers are, and hey, see if it works for you. These are things that happen because you're doing the work. I don't think that, this is something that you just have to talk about all the time. I think that if you see that there's an amazing product, and you know that lots of people can use it and benefit from it, and you help people purchase and benefit from the product, and you do that enough times, and you have a team to do that as well, then you will hit those ranks and not even know it. Believe me. I had to go in and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know, that Pearl was this. I didn't know that Sapphire was that. I didn't know there was a bonus. I didn't know that I would get, extra 500 when I hit that level. I didn't even, I've never been back here. I never looked at it. Why? Because I'm not here trying to figure out ways to refer and get these bonuses and stuff. I'm just here because I love the fact they have an amazing product called FlipMe, and they have a way to distribute, leverage, their different entities, so that if one fails, all of them don't fail. That was the great thing about it. And there's some really cool people that I've talked to in the program, and got a lot of respect for them. My upline, Timmy out of Atlanta, great guy, amazing guy, and he always bringing really good stuff. So I'm definitely happy to be on board with him and talk about this great program. So you definitely want to take a look at that if you want to build your teams and stuff like that. ULX buyback support. So this is just, like I said, that 30%. So when you do earn bonuses, let's say you get 1,000, your USDT bonus, then 30% is going to go into that bonus hub, right? That's at ULX. They purchase that for you. They set it aside in the bonus hub, and that 70% goes to your cash account. Now, boom, you can withdraw that at any time. Cool. So those are some great. This is a simple plan. Nothing, you don't have to scratch your head over. It's really simple, straightforward. You can become a diamond, you're going to get a bonus. Blue diamond, you get a bonus. Green diamond, you get a bonus. You can get some of these great things here: vacation, watch, business class. It's all good. And then also you have black diamond, crown diamond, double crown diamond. Obviously you're going to make some good money with that. And these are all great bonuses. The ambassador, royal ambassador, the GOAT. I mean, if you're the greatest of all time, then yeah, there's no number to put on that, but it looks good. And if you're that good, guess what? I guess there's something better called the legendary GOAT. So I don't know if you can come up with a better name, but that's crazy. I've never seen that, in any network marketing or any type of marketing company, that they really took it all the way to the top. And I guess legendary GOAT, if you don't know, greatest of all time is the acronym for GOAT. You're talking mega yacht, a Bugatti. A Bugatti by itself is just, it'll pay for 2 or 3 houses. The mega mansion, the mega yacht, the Bugatti Chiron, and that mega mansion. Those are just, yeah. I think they're saying that if you're making $10 million bonuses, then you're probably going to be able to afford all of that. And this is a weekly cap, by the way. So you have the staking or gambling hub. You have these particular caps per week, and oh my gosh, that's crazy. So you have a 5,000 USDT hub, then you have a 10,000 USDT maximum that you can earn per week. So some pretty awesome stuff. Anyway, we appreciate you. We thank you. We hope that you got some value out of our time together today. But MaVie is leveling up, and they do have the ability to bring in the metaverse, bring in crypto and banking like we want it, where we can on and off ramp our fiat for crypto and exchange it and do all the great stuff we need without the bank saying no. So, I mean, it's a win-win, win-win when it comes to this particular platform. So I will definitely leave the rest for next time, but I hope that you did get some benefit out of it, and I appreciate you. Look forward to our next conversation together. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. But before I go, I want to say, if you got any questions, if you got any concerns, if there's anything that you want to know that I didn't address, then get in touch with me. You know how to reach me. I mean, probably down there in the chat, the description, it probably has my Telegram group. And so you can hit me up. If not, then you can always reach me on Telegram. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on YouTube. Oh, there's probably YouTube right now. So yeah, anything that you need to know, get in touch with me. And I do want to invite you, if you haven't heard, I'm going to be doing an amazing event. I'm going to have some super special guests coming in to kick off 2024 just right. January 6th, it's going down 10 a.m. PST. That will be 1 p.m. EST right here in the US. And I invite you to be part of the Ignite Your Fire event, Ignite Your Fire event. That is going down. We're going to have some amazing guests coming on. We're going to get your 2024 started off right. Don't want you to miss out, because it is going to be fire. All right, peace. Y'all take care, and I'll see you on the next one. All right? Good stuff.